guys, welcome to Nay and Bubbles Gaming World. I'm Bubbles, Nay's not here. This is episode 2 of my Alliance Mage random leveling a tune thing. So let's jump right into this. It's gonna be boring, so I kind of do some kind of talking or dialogue, so you're not just staring at me level. And if you don't want to hear me talk, it's very simple, just to turn down the volume. But please, don't forget to like and subscribe if you like. I told myself I hate asking, but I to another YouTuber and they were like, yeah, got whatever. So like, subscribe, hit the notification button if you want to get notified of when we put new ones up. Oh, I get hit by jump right in. I'm hit by a stink bomb. Awesome. So last time we left off with us just getting to Stormwind and finished out their starting area, which was in the North Shore Shire. I keep saying North Shore Abbey. Duh. North Shire. A lot of people wonder about my chauffeur. It isn't a mount you can get anymore, I don't think. If you can, and I say you can't, sorry. Not 100% sure myself. Stupid stink bombs everywhere. But yet again, it's still the holidays, so you're going to hear Mr. Headless Horseman over there mouthing off at me. Oops, I'm going this way. Let's see. So I don't watch the news. We don't have cable. I don't care for it. Like, it's not. I hear what I hear on the radio or when somebody tells me something. And I just now heard about this Hurricane Zeta, whatever, and it freaks me out because I have family in Louisiana and I have family all along the East Coast. And we don't need another, I think it was Katrina that stormed up the East Coast all the way to Delaware. And I'm originally from Maryland, so I don't, I don't need, it's freaking me out. Let's put it that way. Elmore's task. So yeah, just now finding out about that is kind of freaking me out. So I'm calling family today, and after they get off work, and seeing how they're doing, seeing if they're prepared. And it's funny because Nay's mom and dad are, I don't want to say zombie apocalypse preparers, but they're those people. They're the people that stock up on that 15-year food that lasts forever, and in case crap hits the fan. So we live close enough to them that if something drastic happened, we'd have a place to go. But dude, with everything going on where we're at, we're in a red zone. I just found this out, and I hate that stupid thing again. And I'm freaking out because it's like, what does that mean? Is there going to be another shutdown? I mean, yeah, okay, shutdowns are helpful, but not.
What can I do for you?
I mean, I found out that a CEO of a company in an hour away from where we are, who used to take an hour to get to work, actually probably more because of the traffic, it was working at a local McDonald's. I'm just like, this is crazy that it's crazy. Oh, and also, I'm so excited about this. I printed out the picture that I have of my background. That's all the Mario. It's mainly Mario stuff. It's really funny that I'm a WoW fanatic and YouTubing WoW, and I have so much Mario stuff in my background. But the WoW stuff is just so expensive for something very small. I mean, the desk mat was $39.99. And yeah, that's a desk mat, but that's not something you can see. Like, you got the plushies and this and that, but they also don't have a lot that I would actually want. Excuse me. I seriously think I'm coming down with something, but I'm not. It's funny. Sorry, don't mean to correct myself. They recently, I walked into a thing today, and he's like, excuse me, I need to take your temperature. I was like, in my head, I was like, really? No. Everywhere you go, you have to get your temperature took to even go in. It's getting crazy out there. I was like, but I'm an adult with a mask, because we still have to do it. So Yeah. Alright, good for now. Yay, back to Goldshire finally.
Great to meet you.
Whoops.
Keep your feet on the ground.
What can I do for you?
I went straight to the wrong guy. So yeah, I printed this off and it's cool. I like it. So, but you know, Blizzard stuff, it's just so expensive. And our shelf, if you see in the picture, our shelf is really small. I think it's only 6 inches of, I think it's depth, I guess. We had a 12-footer, but the shelf are TVs on the wall. So it sucks because there's not a lot of room. We're stuffing stuff up there and we're losing space. So we're hoping when and if we move, hopefully we're moving before this year ends, but with everything that's going on, that's why we can't move right now. So it's just a waiting game. It's all it is, just wait, find out. So he takes me to Westfall. I don't want to go to Westfall. Look at the top hat. Oh, what was the top? See, okay. I like the top hats, but there's got to be a way for them to do it where the longer hair still shows. That would be epic. I mean, can you imagine? I don't know. Yeah, she's at. Oh, she's at. So you see, if there was a way, I hate that they don't have this where I can zoom in to the face. It's stupid now. They totally mess it up. But if there was a way for the hair to still be down, that would be epic. I love it. I love the top hats. But with that hair not down, no. Nope. Oh, his name is Argus. Smith Argus, really.
Have a good one.
And there she goes, pounding the floor. Yeah, so Hurricane. Oh, look, here he's over here yelling again.
I shall send you myself to the lifeless
Doc. Yeah, I'm still not doing any pumpkin stuff. Fishy Peril, that's just...
Tis you I spur. Now
Need something?
Tis you I spur. Now feel the burn.
I barely remember the yeah, it's not ours. I barely remember the Halloween stuff, and like I said, I don't, I didn't do it this year, so it's kind of freaking me out that I don't remember any of it. Alright.
Go with honor, friend.
Let's go down here. So, they've changed some of the quests out here a little bit prior to pre-batch, like it was just changed. So... I know we still end up going everywhere. Like, typically, if you quest in an area completely, you will clear and explore the area and do every quest. But, as I've noticed, mostly noticing, oh, I got a buff, with BFA. Oh, because I was there. Cool. With BFA was that it's not like that. I have gotten an achievement, you know, for the chapters or whatever. And then I'm flying. I'm flying around, excuse me. And I see an exclamation point on there. And I'm like, okay, there's a quest that I haven't done, so I'm doing it. And I mean, yeah, I get some extra gold. Now, okay, so Druid Bubbles, my Kaltoran Druid, who's balanced, she has been doing Legion. And I told you there was a lot of crap to do in Legion. And seriously, I've made over... 100 and no, I think I'm almost at 200k, and that's because of, and this is going all the way into Suramar, because the artifact power pieces that they used to give that gave AP now give gold, and the highest one I got was 100 gold, and the lowest one was 25. So you got 25 from that, and then 20 to 25 gold just to turn in the quest. Seriously, I turned in like 4 quests, or maybe a little bit more than 4. And I went from, like, I did a small section of the achievement, like how it has like 8 things. Like, I don't know. Yeah, okay, cool. This, not this. That's the adventure. Well, maybe it is, and it just doesn't show it the right tune. Let's see, Sir. Because, see, I did labeling. It's the chapter one. I don't know exactly what they have it under. But, you know, there's about 8 to 10 of those. And he spawned quick. That's crazy. Oh, I hope he got the tag. I hate when I kill something and someone just comes up, they're like, oh, and I'm like, shoot, I would have waited if I saw them. I really do. And I'm not even done because there's the Surmar one, and then there's like an extra one after that that's still a Surmar. And I'm like, whoa, there's more. So I'm going to be making a pretty sized penny even more. So doing about 4 of those, I went from 16K to 20K, and it was less than an hour of actual playing. And I'm like, for people who don't want to play the auction house or get those things that they can sell by, you know, the bind on equipped stuff when you're raiding, if you don't raid, you know, do the low level quests and do the whole area. I mean, imagine you having 5 tunes or 20 tunes, and you can go back and do that. They're dying instantly because you're level 50. Even being 45, it's you know, depending on how geared you are. So do it. Go back there and make that extra 200K and be like, 200K on 10 tunes? Come on. That's awesome. You're going to get gold. So I don't want to hear, I hate this. I hate people complaining, well, I can't get gold. And then I see people in trade that's like, can someone give me 5 gold for this? I'm like, dude, go kill something, even if it takes you forever, and then sell junk. And then when you're higher level, I really hate seeing a level 50 asking for gold. Because I'm telling you now, if you don't know how to manage your gold in game, how are you managing your money in real life? Can you imagine? I mean, I'm not the greatest person with that either. As you can see, I do kind of go through gold sometimes. Nate's always gotta like, I'm like, hey Nate, I need like 20 gold. Why? I just gave you 50 gold, especially in Classic. He freaking hates it in Classic. So I'm always, you know, the upgrades for the cooking, and I don't even need it right now, but it's just that habit to do that. So, dude, don't be level 50 max and complain. Well, max for now. And complaining about how you don't have any gold and you don't know how to make gold. Go to Legion. Do Legion quests. Do the entire thing. You don't even have to talk to Chromie to go there. I mean, you don't. So, I mean, yeah, if you wanted to do the dungeons, the queue for them, I think, excuse me, you would need to talk to her. Because, okay, I had a complaint. This is how, okay, so Kata area stuff is in Azeroth, right? So when people are wondering why they can't queue for classic dungeons with this new Chromie thing, it's because you have to talk to her. You want to Cataclysm. And guess what shows up? All the classic dungeons. Really? Why didn't they separate those? Like, I was freaking out and I was so mad. Like, why can't I queue for classic? I am low level. I want to do classic. The whole time they put it in the Kata category because Kata category. You know, because Kata is inside Azeroth, those 5 places. And I'm just like, y'all fail. Y'all could have done that separately because people were freaking out. Like, I had a couple of people, when I posted in trade about, I was like, where is the classic dungeon? Someone's like, I have no idea. I'm looking for them myself and blah, blah. So I found it. And yeah. I really don't want to click that. Okay.
Prepare yourselves. The bells have tolled. Shelter your weak.
I should have put that I was here offline. My bad. That was Keaton. A nickname I gave him was Keaton. He's a friend of mine. He lives where one of the places I used to live. Oh my gosh. Okay, his laugh's not getting me today, and I think it's specifically, I need more gold dust. Specifically because I'm actually really focused on talking. So I kind of just call these like vlogging while playing. And for people who like, there's a person on YouTube that I've actually specifically sat there and just listened to them talk before, and I didn't even care to watch the video because they spoke of good stuff. Like, I don't know if I'm allowed to say the people or if I'll get in trouble. Like, I don't know the rules all the way. I mean, I've read them, but there's just a fine line, the gray area, you know. But this person does makeup, puts her makeup on in the morning or whenever, and she talks about like true crime stuff, and I was a big thing into that because I actually was going to school for criminal justice with my mom, because my mom, she was really into, the whole CSI and all of that. Like, it's we when I was younger, we were walking between like a cut of the road near a 24-hour place, and she spotted something. I spotted it. She covered my eyes like, you don't need to do that, Mom. I'm not a baby. And you can only imagine what we saw. So we had to call the police and do all of that. And they were like, did you touch anything? She's like, I'm not stupid. She goes, but I did take pictures for y'all because there was a car coming and I stopped the car. And the person in the car that was coming wanted to rage on my mom for stopping them. And so my mom yells, there's a right here. I don't want to say it was think of like Halloween, but it wasn't a dummy. So ever since then, even before then, like she told me stories about how she was an ambulance chaser. And I know it's illegal, but my mom's gone, so there's no way they could sue her. I went a few rides with her when I was younger, and it's not, everybody's like, oh, ambulance chasers are bad because you're chasing the ambulance. We did it safely. We're not going to do those where we're right on its butt, but we did listen to where it was going if we lost it. And it was interesting because we didn't want to go there to see a crime scene, but we did, in the sense, like, okay, my oldest child, when he was younger, asked,
see you around.
We had a neighbor, like, I don't know if I said this story before, I swear I did, a neighbor who was burned, and he was burned from the war. I think it was an IUD. And he said, he's like, Mommy, what happened? And I was like, well, you can't just walk up to somebody and ask that. That's wrong. And it is in today's society, even 10, 20, or about almost 10 years ago, it was bad. Oh my goodness, that's so annoying when they you can't just walk up to somebody and be like, so you got burned. Like, can you tell me the story behind it? No, but there are people who are actually curious, and that's like me. I just want to know. Like, I want to know the story. Like, when I drive by houses, it's not that I'm looking in people's houses. I'm just driving. I'm like, I wonder what that person's doing in their house right now. Because if I was at home, I know exactly what I'd be doing. But what are they doing? I'm actually just a very, very curious person. So I walked up to him. He was sitting in the wheelchair inside the screen door, but he had the door open, getting some fresh air. It wasn't handicap accessible to go out the back way. And that's the Westfield one, right? And I walked up there and I was like, hi, my son wants to ask a question, and I really don't know how to answer it for him. Like, I don't want to presume, and let alone I don't want to leave him, left unanswered. And he says, is it about what happened to me? And my son steps forward and he's like, well, yeah, because I really like to know what happened. And I would like to apologize for whatever happened to you. And the guy's face, even with the scars, you can see he realized that this kid cared. That it's not that the kid wanted to make fun of him. He actually wanted to know his story. And this also, so I told him, and I think, like I said, I think it was an IUD, and he explained to him about the military and blah, 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 and what can happen. But if he could today, he would still go back. And my son is like, why would you go back? He goes, it's really hard to explain that part, but they are my family. Just like your mom is your family, or your dad, or blah, blah, blah. And then that's when he's like, well, my father's not alive. And, then they started talking about that, and he was comforting my son, and so on and so forth. And it was just amazing that he didn't get an attitude to be like, why don't you teach your kid not to want to know, No, kids are curious. Kids are innocent. Kids have more manners than adults. Nate just told me a story where he's working right now. He does a couple of jobs, like more than one in there. And he's pretty much the person who has to count who's coming in because, the whole capacity thing. And he also says, y'all have a good day or whatever, some kind of greeting and goodbye greeting, deeding, whatever. And, the adults are like, they give him this look, but the kids are like, thank you, you too, stuff like that. And I'm like, you know what? That's how it is. We need to learn from our children. Because, I'll smile at somebody, even with the mask on. You can kind of tell when somebody's smiling, especially when it goes to your eyes. I will smile, But some people today, y'all, put a smile on your face, even if you're not in a great mood. Smiling makes you better. Telling you is very true. That whole, whoops, wrong one. What the? I put my fingers on the keys wrong. You just charged me. It's supposed to be up there. That's why it was confusing me. Yeah, so take advice from your children. Your children want to smile and, so on and so forth. So soon after the story about the man that was burned, the military man, and even before, because like I said, my mom, she did a lot of, I don't know how it's not freelance. It's just community type things. I don't know. She worked at a elderly home.
Well met.
And I was allowed to go with her.
Travels.
And she did the cleaning for them and changed this and that, so on and so forth. And I actually grew up helping her do that along with her working in childcare. So I pretty much grew up in a daycare, but not in the sense that I was being watched. I was actually helping her. But so with the elderly, it was between working with children versus working with the elderly, it is so different, but it's very similar. And it sounds so bad, but people, everybody's like, oh, the old people need to this and that. They call them old people. I'm like, hey, dude, you're gonna get to that stage in your life at some point, right? Yeah, well, it's not now, And I'm like, stop being a jerk. I don't know what word to use there. It's just stop being a jerk. It's very simple, just to be nice and this and that. And I'm not the type of person that's like, oh, this and that. But if I'm seeing a person turning left and there's like not really no car, like just today, there's these two people that wanted to cross the street and there's like 3 cars coming my way. I actually stopped. And these 3 cars still went by, and knowing I'm stopped here for the people that, and then there's one on each of the cross, one, yeah. And I stopped, and I was like, do y'all need to cross? And they're like, yeah. So I said, go ahead. I said, 3 cars went by before. I'm like, stop. It's not that hard. Where are you going in such a freaking hurry? I'm sorry. I'd rather leave early and get there alive than to think I'm late and running late and die. No thanks. And also, I don't know if it's my area, but I have seen one too many parents not putting their child in a proper seating in the car. And it was mostly with males. So y'all males, I don't know what it is with the brain that thinks it's okay that a 4-year-old can sit in a front seat without a booster, or in the back seat where the top is only buttoned, or just the bottom is buttoned. I'm like, and I'm so afraid to today I wanted to knock on the lady's window and be like, hey ma'am, can I ask you a question about your child's safety? I wanted to, but that person would have went nuts on me. Because you're supposed to, until I think it's your chest is at the upper door and your shoulders are over the door, to the window, you're not supposed to sit in the front seat. And this child, I swear, I posted on my Facebook, my personal Facebook, and I was just like, pray, like, whoever, does any of the praying or talks to guardian angels, I was like, please put out a thingy for this child because if she got into an accident, she would have likely been dead. So it just freaks me out to see that stuff. And y'all do know we have a child. So no matter if I'm a gamer or not, I'm still going to be like that. It's just crazy. But also, on another note, I'm actually having back issues. And some want to say that it's from poor posture. And I have to get an MRI. And this will be the third MRI that I have. Because apparently they want to wait till there's actually real freaking proof that something is wrong before they want to do anything about it. And that's everywhere. Medical in the United States is lacking. We know a few people who live in Canada, and they're like, that would never, blah, blah, blah. So it's horrible. So I'm hoping that it's nothing bad. My brother supposedly has, I think it's a fused something in the back, and he won't get surgery. And I understand why he's afraid to get the surgery. I would be afraid to get the surgery. I mean, it's your back. They can do anything wrong. Like, someone could have a twitch. Like, you've seen that stuff in those medical shows. You know, the person's got a twitch and it'll tell. I'm like, are you kidding me? There's a person's life on the line. Like, I don't care if you have to work on me and, you know, if I'm being worked on, don't come up in here and tell my doctor who's got me open body cavity, like, saying, oh, by the way, your wife just blah, blah, blah. And no, you could freaking wait till he's done with me and tell him. Oh, it's not policy. Well, they need to change that policy. And a lot of you don't know about when I had my elbow surgery.
See you later.
And because I got my gallbladder removed. So I just had the 3 little teeny tiny scars things. And about 2 weeks later, I get an infection in my left elbow. Yeah, that's that look you have and that thought you just got. Exactly how I felt. Like, how do you get an infection nearly 3 feet away? If you would travel through the body, it's like 3 feet away. Yeah, tell me. I have no idea. This video is kind of going a little wonky. I do apologize. And I don't know. Okay, I wanted to even level when I'm not recording and then jump back in, but I don't know if y'all would be like, yo, you should have recorded it. You know, I don't know. I remember the apples thing. I think was it him?
Hey there.
No, I don't know. That apple thing, that glitch that happened a long time ago, you could turn in the apples and it gives you like 1,000 experience or something. People were like leveling like that for like a moment, and something like that happened on Timeless Isles. I say oh a lot. I'm very sorry. Still getting used to the vlogging thing, but yeah. So I got the infection in my elbow, and just thinking about it. Okay, let me tell you this. Everyone has enemies or people they don't like. Everyone has it. I would never wish that on them. Ever. So please take care of your elbows and knees. And so what happened is that for me, I think it was still the, how do I say it, the not so sterile environments, because the stuff that was on the walls and the torn plaster. And it's not like I live in like a bad area or anything, so why did that happen? No idea. So it wasn't that. Some people were saying that it was because, okay, so you know how if you've ever watched any medical shows from Scrubs all the way to Grey's Anatomy, if you're hurt and then you get into a car accident and they've healed the wounds from your car accident, but you're still, they don't know why you're still in sick or whatever. And it's because you have a previous hurt. Hence the reason why when they operate on you for the car accident, something can go wonky in the body. Whoops, I wanted that on me. I didn't know we would put it on regular people. Yeah, so just get to a condition in your life where, Okay, I'm not trying to say you need to be muscly and overly exercise every single day, you know, that's your whole life. No, but get to an actual healthy state. That if you got into a car accident, the only damage to your body would have been from the car accident, not from the car accident plus something you had prior, which causes an infection. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, we're not sure. I spoke to HR and everything, and yeah, it's just literally, let me tell you, you cannot move the elbow when that happens. So Nay had to physically take care of me. Do you know how horrible that is? Having him do my hair or helping me. Thank God I'm right-handed. Thank gosh. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Some people might get offended if I say G-O-D. Sorry. Thank gosh that I'm right-handed, because I could at least pull up my pants, but every now and then I did need his help. It was not using the bathroom. That was fine. It was just the pants parts. So it was horrible. And the pain. Oh my god. You have no idea. Like the gallbladder pain wasn't even that much. I was like, whatever. But nah. So yes, with the back, we don't know if it's posture or if there's something. I had to buy like a stretch strap. It allows me to, like, if you lay flat on your belly and let's say you put your elbows there, like as if you're gonna put your hands in your chair and your elbows. So imagine you're doing that and you bring your toe towards the back of your head. And then you have the wrap. So the wrap is in the foot, and then you're holding the wrap with your hand and you're pulling. So what you do is you get to stretch out, I think it stretches out your thigh and your lower calf and the foot itself. And then, of course, it stretches out the back because everything, by the way, everything goes to the back. Please remember that. Every nerve, everything. You can tickle a spot, or if you get like an itch somewhere like on your foot, you'll end up feeling it in your back. You have hypersensitive nerves. Well, why are you following me? Go away. So everything goes to your back. So that's what they're thinking is happening. Because I can't even stand still for more than a couple of minutes without actual pain. So yeah, I'm going to quickly kill these murlocs and probably jump out of this one and jump on my horde for all you horde fans that are watching this. I appreciate it. And for any of you Alliance fans who watch my horde side, I appreciate it. And if you ever do not like a topic I used, I do apologize. Oh dear, Murloc crazy. I'm scared. Murloc's a classic, but freaking horrible. Okay, I'm just gonna do this. There we go. Haha. Yo, oh, come on, really? Why do you have to fast? Alright, give me my last one. Yep, I'm going away now. Okay, wait, that's supposed to say dialogue DL, not CL. What the heck's wrong? Okay, he kind of went nuts right there. So, I don't know if I was just recording if a whole bunch of people spoke. I do apologize. If you ever see your name in here and you don't like it, I do apologize for that. I'm going to apologize for everything. Whatever. But, yes. Any topic I discussed and you don't like, I am sorry. I don't mean to offend my viewers. The best thing you can remember is that everyone in the entire world and beyond has their own opinion. Something I might like, you might hate. I could say that I love mozzarella and you hate it. I can say I like the word moist and you can say you hate it. We're always going to have differences. If you feel like disliking this video, that's fine. No big deal to me. I appreciate likes, dislikes, comments, shares, criticism, whatever. And if you have something specific maybe you want me to talk about, I can do that. This is just a little series that I'm doing. Nay has nothing to do with this. He's actually been working on Overwatch highlights again, and he was actually going to do some playthrough. Problem is, like I said, he upped his hours at work, so the time that we could record, he's not home. Except for Mondays, which was yesterday, which I actually recorded, which I still haven't posted, I'm sorry. So hopefully maybe next Monday he'll do his own things. He's not a talker though. If y'all notice, like I have to get him to introduce that and so on. I'm gonna stay in here. So yes, if you watch both, I appreciate it. If you watch none, sucks. But I'm gonna go ahead and cut this a little longer than I want to. I thank you so much. Like, subscribe, share. Oh, would you stop talking, Mr. Horseman? Like, subscribe, share, all of that. I greatly appreciate it. And y'all have a lovely day.